Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Pop's Kitchen. I really appreciate the time I'm spending with y'all out there. Today we're still doing the military cooking. Remember, military cooking, what our soldiers are eating. I did biscuits and gravy. I did some oatmeal cookies. Today we're going to do a little short order cooking, okay? We're going to do some sloppy joes and some homemade fresh French fries. How's that sound for an afternoon lunch, okay? I hope you all enjoy it. Further ado, let's start getting my stuff together so we can start getting you a good lunch. Let's go. So we're gonna do this here. They got 2 pounds. That's 3 pounds. Cut about right there. We're gonna make some sloppy joes. We're gonna make some fresh French fries with skin on. They're gonna be the best French fries on this side of the Mississippi. I'm sure your grandkids will like it. Take this same recipe. You can make this stuff any time of the day or week, any time of the week. It's a great lunch. Sloppy joes and French fries. They're gonna love it. They're gonna love you. So we need to get started on this ASAP. Okay, what I'm gonna have to grab from my nice, beautiful section over here that my boys made for me. I gotta grab a cast iron pot for my French fries. I gotta grab me a cast iron skillet for my sloppy joes. I'm gonna get me a nice knife that my boys bought me to cut up my French fries. And we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna party here like it's 1999. You remember that from Prince, 1999? And we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna make the best sloppy joes. We're gonna make some homemade fresh French fries, little salt, little pepper, little garlic. Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And it's gonna be good. Stick around. We're gonna do some homemade French fried potatoes. So I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna get some potatoes. Now you figure, 5 people, 8 people, figure a person will eat like a potato and a half. So if you got about 5 people, figure about 8 potatoes. Because they go by the recipes. Let's say if you're feeding 100, now I'm not saying this is military, we're gonna be using 50 pounds of potatoes. But since I'm only doing it for my family here and your family, let's figure the average person has 5, 6, 7, 8 people. So you figure a potato and a half per person, So that's how we're gonna figure it out here. 8 potatoes for 5 people. That's about a potato and a half. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here and get my potatoes. Okay, what I have here is 8 potatoes. We're gonna take these potatoes, I'm gonna wash them and scrub them down. I have a separate pad to scrub the skins. I wanna keep the skins on because the skins are very good for you. It's a lot of protein. If I peel them, yes, it's still good, but I like with skins on. A lot of restaurants you go to, a lot of frozen potatoes you buy now, they keep the skins on. So I'm gonna take these potatoes right now and I'm gonna wash them to get them really good. Right now, I'm washing these potatoes to get the ground dirt. The potatoes go to the supermarket. They wash them and stuff and take them to the supermarket. But I'm doing the extra special here to make sure that I have no dirt or grind. And get the wash off the little eyes. Potatoes, they have eyes on them. They're watching you. So we're gonna sit here. We're gonna wash these potatoes. You'll see a big difference in these potatoes. See right now how dirty the water is? That's just from getting the dirt off the potatoes. I'm gonna cut them into like French fries, steak fries, and they're gonna be good. Like I always said, when you cut your potatoes and you got them going, keep them put in water because potatoes will turn brown. They'll oxidize. Lord have mercy. These things are gonna be good. Fresh fried potatoes, sloppy joes. Your kids are gonna love you. They're gonna love you. I know my kids love me. Every time I make sloppy joes and french fries, I got my grandkids over, they love it. So what we're gonna do here, very sharp. Be careful with your knives, they're very sharp. Okay, we're gonna take the potato. I think I showed you before in one other video. You cut it right here, see that? And then you got a thing laid down, take it here, boom, boom. We're gonna cut it here, cut, we're gonna cut, and cut. We're gonna take these potatoes, see that? Perfect steak fries. We're gonna put it back in the water, because we don't want them to turn brown. Remember, when you're doing the potatoes, you see how rocky rolly they are? So if you go to cut and it's rolling, you could cut your finger. So, like I say, you just want to cut a little end off right there, roll it over. Now, it's steady as can be. Just cut right here, cut right there, cut right here, cut right there, and then cut. Next french fry, cut, and then you can cut. See there? How easy it is when you just make a flat surface. If you're doing potatoes, if you're doing onions, if you're doing fresh fruit, whether it's watermelon or cantaloupe or honeydew, you know, apples, you just cut a pot there, roll it over, and then it's flat. Now what I'm gonna do now, since I got these potatoes all cut up, I'm gonna drain this water off and put in some fresh water, okay? Yeah, now I'm doing fresh water. We washed them, we cut them, I put them in water, I drained it now. Now I'm putting in fresh water, because we don't want our potatoes to turn brown. These are gonna be beautiful potatoes. You're feeding a beautiful family, your friends, your relatives, your kids, your husband, your wife, whoever the case might be, who you're cooking, so you want nothing but the best. Cause they say that in the army, the coffee's mighty fine. It looks like muddy water, but tastes like turpentine. Oh Lord, I wanna go, but they won't let me go. Hey, without further ado, we're gonna start some sloppy joes. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna start on the sloppy joes. The french fries, it takes a little while, but not that long to make french fries. So the sloppy joes, we gotta get that going because it's gotta simmer for 45 minutes. So after I get all my ingredients together, which all my ingredients is right here, we're gonna get all these ingredients together, we're gonna start cooking it, we're gonna put a lid on it, and we're gonna let it simmer for 45 minutes, stirring occasionally, because still, you don't want your food to burn. So as I get my sloppy joes, then we're gonna start on the french fries. But let's get these sloppy joes going first. All right, it says for the sloppy joes, it says use 30 pounds of ground beef. But hey, my family's hungry, but they're not that hungry. So we're gonna use about 2 pounds. I got a 3-pound packet here, so I figure right there. This right here is about 2 pounds, okay? We smoking, baby, we smoking. Here, look at that, look at that. Already delicious, delicious. Already drooling, already drooling. Now we're gonna let this simmer, for a while, cook it very slow. Don't wanna cook it too fast to burn, but it's gonna cook fast enough. I like to break it up where it's really finely. I don't want it to be like meatballs, big chunks. Look at that, oh my goodness. Your kids are gonna love sloppy joes. Love sloppy joes, you know? Just the hamburger itself smells so good. We're gonna let this cook and brown up real good, and then we're gonna drain the fat off. Now the recipe calls for diced onions. Well, it just so happens my boys don't like onions. So you can omit the onions. If your children don't like onions, you can omit the onions. If you like to spice it up a bit, you can add the onions. If you like it, you can add a little diced jalapeno and put it in there, and it's just gonna be good, okay? You can always add to your recipe, okay? Just remember, if you add too much, you can't take it away. Now, if you add too much seasoning and you say, oh man, this is too salty. If you have extra hamburger, add the rest of the hamburger, and then you can cut down the saltiness or whatever it is that you're making. Right now we're gonna do this here, the Sloppy Joes. We're gonna let this simmer for a little while. And as soon as it's all browned up, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna skim the fat off. Okay, so now that it has browned, I have to drain off the fat. Because we really don't want all this fat inside the Sloppy Joe. You know, it's just a lot of excess fat. It'll make the food real greasy. And I'll get a spoon, I'll pick up the beef, and I'll put it up here. It's okay if I pick up some fat because it'll all drain back down anyway in the long run. So, I'm gonna put this right here, and I wanna get all this grease off. You know, if you wanna save it, you can always save it. Yeah, I'm gonna let this sit for a minute because I can see the grease is still flowing down. I haven't got all the grease out. I want to see all the grease coming down. I let it sit like this for about 5 minutes, you know, to try to get every bit of grease that I can. And trust me, I'm gonna save this here because I am gonna make gravy. I think we about done it on the fat. See, look at all that fat, okay? Fat, baby. Now I'm gonna take this, put it back on the fire, and we're gonna start adding our ingredients for the Sloppy Joe. We've got ketchup, we got mustard. Like I said, it calls for onions, but my boys don't like onions, so you can always omit the onions and items like that your family don't like. Like I say, a recipe is a guideline. That gives you an idea of what goes in it, what you use, but you don't have to use every ingredient that goes in it. Okay, another thing that I just thought about, you know, like my boys don't like onions, so if you have a family member that don't like onions, you can always use granulated onions or onion powder. It still gives it that onion flavor, okay? I just thought about that, so I added to mine some onions. Okay, now what the recipe calls for on ketchup, 5 1/4 quarts of ketchup, but I'm not doing that. So I'm gonna do like 1 cup of ketchup. I got my ketchup bottle here. I got my thing here, my measuring cup. I'm gonna do about 1 cup of ketchup. And like I say, you play it by ear. If it's not enough for you, you can always add more. So here we go. Well, here we go. Reminds me of a song. Well, here we go. We're at it again. We moving out, we moving in, we standing tall, we looking good. We ought to be in Hollywood. Hold it, right? Hey, yeah. Okay, now, so it says 1 pound or 2 cups. Now, mustard is very strong. We really don't need to add that much since we're only cooking. I'm only doing this for 4 people. So we're gonna take my mustard. Okay, and I'm just going to give it a couple little squirts. I'm doing this by vision. I still might have to add some more ketchup, but we'll see. Bam, boop. Okay, the mustard gives it that tang. Ooh, my Lord, I smell it right now. Shoot. Okay, next ingredients. The next ingredients, well, what is barbecue without brown sugar? So we're going to add some brown sugar. Okay, it doesn't call for much. For 100 people, it calls for 1/3 cup. I'm just gonna add like a, you know, like a tablespoon, okay? So this is my measuring spoons. Let's go for it. Right here it calls for like 1/3 cup. Let's go for a tablespoon. If you're liking this video so far, please like, subscribe, comment. I love you all out there, and I appreciate this time together that I'm spending with you. You know, I'm having a fantastic time. If you have anybody in the military, and you can tell them that you're watching me and they would like to see a military dish. Let them tell you, you tell me. Yeah, leave it in a comment and you'll see it in a future video. I love cooking. Cooking is a passion, and I love cooking for my soldiers. I love my soldiers. I miss my soldiers. I miss my people. And by cooking for you is putting me close to my soldiers. If any way on this planet that I could be with my soldiers, I will be there. Trust me. Connect me with your loved one. Yeah. Turn this down. All the ingredients is here. I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna let it simmer for 45 minutes. In the meantime, we're gonna start some French fries. This takes 45 minutes to simmer, so about 10 minutes I'm gonna start my French fries. I want everything to end at the same time, and we'll all have French fries, Sloppy Joes, baby. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, you ready? I'm gonna start putting some oil in the pan here. If we're gonna start getting hot, we can start doing some French fries. I can't tell you how much oil to use because you put in whatever you want. However big a pan you have, I figure right there is good for me. Maybe a little more. Turn it on. Now what we're gonna do, I'll tell you how to test this. After it's on for a while, you take one French fry and drop it in. If it starts going bub bub bub, then it's ready. Once the potato starts bubbling, then it's ready. You can start putting more French fries. Without further ado, holy moly macaroni, we're gonna wait for this oil to get hot. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna take a potato, I'm gonna dry it off, I'm gonna put it in my oil to see if it's hot. This is how you test it. See it? It's hot. So now I'm gonna take the rest of my potatoes and I'm gonna strain it. And then we're gonna get it going, we're gonna make some French fries. Homemade French fries go with these outstanding Sloppy Joes. The thing about these French fries, you won't get these at McDonald's or Burger King. Look how big they are. Look at these. These are some good steak fries. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna add them in here. See that? Listen to that. We are making some French fries here. These ain't French fries, these are steak fries. We got everything ready. We got a Sloppy Joe mix ready. We got steak fries ready. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna toast some buns. I'm gonna get the buns here. Nice, luxurious buns. Drizzle a little olive oil. I got the grill on right here. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, ho, yeah, buddy. We're cooking with fire now. We're cooking with fire. Look at that. Oh. Orale. Oh, man. Look at that. Okay, we are ready here. Look at that. Look at that. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna dish up some Sloppy Joes here and some French steak fries. Not French fries, because we're not in France. We're gonna make some delicious steak fries and Sloppy Joes here, okay? Look at this. Look at that. Oh. My goodness. My goodness. You won't find this anywhere. Nowhere. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. That's not a sandwich. That's a manwich. Manwich here. All right, guys. This is my Sloppy Joe's steak fries, and this is a manwich. It's not a sandwich, it's a manwich, okay?
Manwich.
And this is the way the GIs, now this is what we call the short order line. I mean, they can go through the main line and get spaghetti, meatloaf, or whatever. But on the short order side, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, grilled cheese, this is the Sloppy Joe and steak fries, okay?
Ooh.
So I want y'all to try this Sloppy Joe and steak fries.
You know how hard it is not to grab like a fry,
Right.
or anything,
Even right
the whole
now.
time. Yeah, literally.
I'm just sitting here drooling. I'm really drooling over this right now.
All right. Well, presentation, beautiful.
Yeah,
You
this
know,
looks bussin'. This
I'm trying
looks
my
really
hardest not to
good.
bite into it. I know that's what you guys are waiting for. All right.
Yeah, this looks.
That's it, baby.
You know, you guys have to go back and probably make
Look at
this.
that. That's a manwich.
Leave a like. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh boy.
All right.
Diggity dog, guys.
This.
Delicious.
See, these ain't your everyday French fries like McDonald's or Burger King. We made these fresh, or I made these fresh, and I made them steak fries. Left the skins on and deep fat fried those and seasoned them down.
Thank you very
The
much.
French fries alone is gonna fill you up. More or less to talk about the manwich, Sloppy Joe.
This is good.
Like, look at that. Look at that fry. Look at my finger. Thank you very much, Pops.
Oh, of course, of course. See, this I want everybody out there to see how the soldiers, they're really eating very good. So anybody out there that have a relative, a friend, a good friend in the military, and you're worried about how they're eating and how they're sleeping, hey, they're eating good.
Yeah.
Trust me.
You can tell they're eating good.
Thank you for your service.
Every week, I'm going to be posting a good video on what they're eating, whether it's meatloaf, spaghetti, Salisbury steak, if it's barbecue ribs, barbecue chicken, you know, we're going to do it right here. So I appreciate if you give me a like, a share, a comment, a subscribe, or anything that you want to see. Anything that you want to see, comment it down. And if you have a loved one over there that's in the military, let them know that I'm thinking about them, because I love them all. I love all the military people out there. They're my brothers and my sisters in arms, okay?
Bomb.
Yeah.
Delicious. I give it a 10.
I give it a 10, all right?
It's hard to talk, you know, I'm just trying to
Yeah,
enjoy it.
keep on eating. All right, everybody out there, again, like I say, enjoy yourself and do everything. Y'all come back now, you hear?